Hello everyone, Artemu the Violet Wizard here, and today we are continuing Chrono Trigger. Last time we finally saw the end of the Antiquity arc by taking down Dalton, and managed to recruit the Fiend Lord Magus into our party, even discovering his true identity as Janus, the Crown Prince of the Kingdom of Zeal. And with his help, as well as some other help from some old fellows we met along our journey, we're able to finally bring back Crono. So we finally have our full party all together, and this is a very important part of our journey here. So from this point on, we have a lot of different tasks that we are able to take care of. Lots of different paths have opened up to us. If we wanted to, we could go straight to 1999 AD and challenge Lavos and do the final battle. But there are some other things that we are able to take care of that would be pretty nice in order to prepare for the final fight. And also, there's a bunch of other, storylines we haven't fully seen to completion. There's a lot of unfinished business to take care of, so we're going to be doing our best to take care of everything that we are able to do. However, there is one thing in particular that's open up to us that we're probably gonna not do during this main playthrough. I might get around to returning to this game some point later in order to cover that content, but we'll definitely save that for the future. So, this is the current party we're going with at the moment. So we're going to be leading with Luca, Janice, and Robbie, as these guys are the closest to getting some new techs on them. And I want to make sure we are optimally prepared for the finale of this game, which should hopefully be coming pretty soon. Now, for the tasks that we are able to take care of, I highly recommend talking to Ayla first. Fight Lavos! Strong armor Ayla village have. Go see! Ayla go! Boring here! Luca, take Ayla! Don't worry, Ayla, we'll get you eventually. So over here on the right, we are able to quickly board the Epic, enabling us to travel to any era we want. So for what we want to do here, we're going to start by heading back to prehistory. I gotta say, it's very nice being in this portion of the game now, where we're able to freely customize our party to feature whatever characters we want. Because, you know, we've had Chrono being the main hero all throughout this journey. It's nice to get the other characters having a bit of a spotlight here. So we're told that her village would provide us with some useful gear for us. So we're going to look around and see what we can get. So at the moment, these guys are mostly talking about some things that we have previously heard about. Hey, Kino, you come see Kino. Take time. Rest. Yeah, we're perfectly healthy at the moment, buddy. But I appreciate the sentiment. I believe we want to head into this hut. Make strong armor, use many rubies. Trade for petal, fang, horn, feather. 10 each. You want trade? You have nothing. Nothing? No trade. So the Elder here now has a new thing he's able to provide us. And in order to get that, we're going to need some parts. Trade. Trade your shiny stone. And the shop over here still has some pretty standard stuff, so it's nothing we're going to need over there. But yeah, we're going to do a teeny bit of grinding here in order to get the new armor here. So we're going to need some more fangs and feathers. So for the time being, we'll just head over to the hunting range and see what we can get. As we're already very well accustomed, all you gotta do is take out the enemies around here. And occasionally, there is a rare enemy, a new, which can show up in this area. So just go here repeatedly and try to get what you need. We already got a lot of good stuff there. Let's see. Yep, we managed to get everything we need. Alright, so let us go see what we can get. So obviously this is going to replace all of the other armors and weapons that you're able to get here at this point of the story. But it's perfectly fine. So let's trade those items. Obtained ruby armor. So this piece of equipment, so I believe this will give us increased defense and reduces fire damage to 1/5. So that is definitely good compared to everything we have gotten before. Well, besides the red plate, which completely absorbs fire damage. But yeah, that's definitely going to be useful to us, especially for what we're going to be doing pretty soon. So I'm going to go ahead and give that to Janice. Or... actually, I'm thinking we'll give the Janice the red plate. And then Robbie will give the ruby armor. I'm kind of thinking of, like, what I want to do in this session. But yeah, the ruby armor is essentially a better version of the ruby vest. And you should be able to grind multiple of these simply by hunting enemies around here and getting their parts. Which is quite nice. So I want to check on the Laraba village since it's been a while since we've been here. Huh? What? What the matter? I was sound asleep, New. Can a New not get some rest? I changed Luca's name, so please let me go back to my dreams, New. What? So I believe this guy is able to change the name of whoever you have in the lead. Oh, I forgot. I don't need this stone, so I give it to you. He gives us a silver gemstone. Nighty-night. So yeah, you can talk to that New there if you want to change the name of your characters to whatever you want. If you're feeling like it would be nice to have them have a different name. Which, considering some of the other party members we have, I could probably think of one who would appreciate the change, but we'll focus on that later. So that silver gemstone we picked up, that is an item for Janice here. As this... I want to believe it is. Yeah, that is indeed an accessory here. Enables Spin Strike Triple Tech. See, I'm pretty sure we should be able to give that to Janice here. I think it's just a little awkward, considering just how this mechanic works. Oh, we can't equip it at all at the moment. It is rather odd. So we probably don't currently have the ability that Janice would be able to actually use with that. I don't know, this is still a very odd thing that we have access to at the moment. Just his entire mechanic with his text is pretty weird, and I don't often go for using these particular things, but we'll go into that later. So yeah, that's about everything we're able to do here in prehistory. So pretty much the entirety of Ayla's storyline comes down to her providing us with new gear for our party in order to prepare for the battles against Lavos. So yeah, besides that, there's not much else to prehistory. It's kind of sad because I really love the segments where we visited prehistory as part of the main story. But yeah, that's pretty much all that we are able to do there. Don't worry, Ayla, we'll give you some action. Probably sometime later. Alright, now the reason I wanted to get some armor that reduces fire damage is because one of the new things that we're going to be doing is going to require extra protection when it comes to fire. So for that, we are going to be boarding the Epic, and we're going to head out. Alright, first thing I want to do is head back to the present, as I want to pop by Luca's house and see if we can get some new gear from Taban. I doubt that there's anything left we can get over there, but, you know, it'd be nice to check, at least. Alright, where can we drop you off? Alright, you can go there. Hey, Daddy. Hey, Luca. I've been working on some defensive gear for my favorite daughter. Oh, that's all? So, there's nothing else we can do around there. So we haven't stopped by Chrono's mom in a while. Let's go check in on her. Oh, hello. Is Hayden alright? Yeah, he's doing fine after everything that we have been through. So we are able to check in with her when Chrono is in the party, and she can comment on some of the party members we've gathered all throughout this journey. But we don't need to worry about that for the time being. So, for the next thing I want to do, we're going to be heading into the future. So this is a task that you're able to get a clue about if you were to talk to Luca, as she would clue you in about this particular task. And it goes into something that we heard about for quite a while in this story. So I'm pretty sure we are all good when it comes to gear. Yeah, we should be able to handle this. Alright, so we're gonna board the Epic here, and you want to look around the world map, and you want to try and get to a very specific area. So I don't believe that is where I want to go. So that is going to be something we're going to want to take on a bit later. Yep, it should be over here. So over on this secluded island here, that you can only reach using the Epic, we have the Sun Temple. This place has architecture very similar to what we saw in the Ocean Palace. And we got ourselves a big fight here. So this guy is an optional boss known as the Son of Sun. This guy can be very tricky. So there is a very specific mechanic with this fight, where you have to strike at the various flames around him, and when you strike the correct one, that will do damage to the Son of Sun. Otherwise, if you attack the main body, he will just unleash a powerful counterattack against your entire party. At the very least, we now know... Oh, okay, he's changing up the order of these guys. So yeah, the entire point of this fight is you're trying to target the specific flame in order to damage the boss. It's definitely an interesting puzzle. Not one of my favorite fights in the game, but it is unique. And this is why I recommended having fire-resistant gear, because he can do so much damage. Oh, come on. Alright, let's Athenian water, and Cure Beam should heal you up. But yeah, definitely a very unique fight here. Oh, there we go. So the one on the far right is the correct one. Just gonna need to get another heal on Luca, because she is really hurting right now. Oh, never mind. Just kill her again, sure. At the very least, I know which one is the correct one, so we'll just strike them for now. Try to get in some good damage. Alright, he's spinning the roulette again. So let us... We gotta heal up Luca. He's going for the flare again. Attack is just so nasty. Oh, he's spinning the roulette again. That was a miss. That's another miss. So yeah, this is definitely a fight that requires patience. Thankfully, based on your team and your equipment, you shouldn't have too much trouble here. Especially because I built Robbie so that he's able to easily tank damage, since I have accessories on him that will increase the damage from... that just increases his HP, so he's able to do a lot there. And also got some good armor that's able to resist the fire moves that this guy can do. Oh, come on. I am getting really tired of having to revive my characters because you keep killing them. Alright, please revive. And then Cure Beam. Alright, there goes another flare. Alright, let's try attacking up and then left again. Yeah, this is basically the entire battle right here. Okay, the one on the left. The one on the left is good. So yeah, this thing obviously has some connection to the Kingdom of Zeal, given just the area that we're fighting this thing in. And we did hear that long ago, the Kingdom of Zeal used to use solar energy to power their society before switching over to Lavos. So the Son of the Sun definitely has a connection to that kingdom. Alright, just keep attacking the one on the left and we should be good. Just do as much damage as we can before it makes the roulette spin again. There it goes. Let's try right, and Robbie, heal us up. Oh, there we go, the one on the right. So after we heal, we can go back on the offensive. Son of the Sun is losing its light. Oh, I think we actually got him. Yep. There we go. Wasn't too bad, all things considered. And for beating that guy, what is our prize? This is the ancient Sunstone? It looks like it's been drained of all its energy. We could probably recharge it with sunlight, but that would take eons. Obtained the Moonstone. So yeah, we did hear that the Sunstone was used to power the Kingdom of Zeal. However, they basically used up most of its energy before switching to using Lavos' power. And between those two options, I'm not sure which one would be the most optimal. Well, one of them is certainly more ethical. But as we heard before, it would take eons to be able to recharge the Sunstone of all of its energy. Thankfully, we have time travel on our side, so we can easily take care of that. We took a bit of a beating in that fight, so I'm just going to quickly heal us up. And what's the current item stock looking? Yeah, we did use quite a bit of Athenian water. Is there any more we can get in this era? No. We'll buy some panaceas, sure. We'll definitely want to restock our supplies in a bit. So, what are we going to do with the Sunstone now that we've managed to obtain it? Well, we did hear that there was a certain area that is connected to the Sunstone. So we head over here, we got the Sun Shrine. It's never dark in here. So place the Moonstone down. Well then, back to the epic. So what you want to do is place the Moonstone inside of the Sun Shrine, and then over the ages, it will just keep gathering sunlight. However, in order to fully complete this storyline, we want to make sure that we've placed the Sunstone in a specific era, and then visit again in another specific era. Now that we've traveled back to the future, if we visit the Sun Shrine after leaving the stone, it's gone! The Moonstone is gone! It looks like it's been gone for some time. Let's try another time period. Oh, it's never that easy, is it? Okay, if it's not here in the future, where could it have gone? Let's try the present. I forgot about this particular detail of this quest. It isn't here either. Wonder if someone from this time period took it. That's definitely concerning. So where are we gonna find someone who has a stone like this? Okay, I'm actually at a bit of a standstill here because I am actually none too familiar with the... Oh! Well, look at that! The sun's shining over here. My dad's my favorite person in the whole world. You're interested in the Moonstone? A passing young traveler left it here. By all means, take it. It seems to be important to you folks. There we go. So by talking to the mayor of Poor, he gives us the Moonstone back. So yeah, this ties into the quest we had before relating to the spice jerky, where if you give the spice jerky to the ancestor of the mayor of Poor, then that will completely change his outlook on life, where he will become more generous, and then he gives you the Moonstone free of charge. So I believe if you don't give the spice jerky, then he will ask for an obscene amount of money in order to get the Moonstone back. So yeah, it's pretty cool how that questline we did so much earlier in our adventure has some payoff here. But now that we've returned the stone back to its rightful place, if we come back in the future... Amazing! With energy like this, I should be able to make a really powerful weapon. Let's take it back to my house. First, we'll extract the Sunstone's energy and convert it to a more manageable form. Then we'll just vacuum pack it into a cartridge. And it's finished! Obtained Wonder Shot! Sometimes I amaze myself. Take a look at this, Luca! I borrowed a bit of the Sunstone to create something nifty of my own! Obtained Sunglasses! Thanks, Dad. So we went to all that trouble just to get a new weapon for Luca. And not just any weapon. This is Luca's ultimate weapon. This thing is pretty darn good. Definitely very nice for us to hold. And we also got the sunglasses, which boost damage. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how much that affects the damage you deal, but that could be quite nice to us. And I'm pretty sure we still got some more... Yeah, we're gonna need some more TP in order to get Luca's next skill, and of course it's that specific number. But yeah, that is the end of the Sunstone questline. It's definitely pretty nice to take care of all that. And, man, I was really hoping you guys would have some Athenian water. So we'll probably check one of the other villages. Just give us a second while I go restock our items. But yeah, that was definitely a very fun quest we were able to take care of. It definitely blended a lot of different portions of our journey together, as we were able to travel to many different eras in order to accomplish this. It had relations to both the Mayor Rapport as well as some significance to the Kingdom of Zeal, as that was where we first heard about the Sunstone. So yeah, definitely cool to see that whole questline getting resolved there. And now, the next thing we are going to want to do, after taking care of that stuff with Luca, so we're going to be heading back to the Middle Ages for what we're going to be doing next. So, we now have Magus within our party. However, what do you think happened to some of his old colleagues? If we head over here, we got ourselves a new area we can explore. So over there is the remains of that one temple that we're not going to be able to access for the time being. But this area is basically connected to the Medina continent. So that's where we actually picked up the Swallow. But over here on this remote island, we're now able to access Ozzy's fort. So yep, it seems like Janus's flunkies have fled to a new area after he was sent back in time by Lavos. Let's go check up on the fiend.
Welcome and well met. This is the great Ozzy's... What? Gah! Lord Janus! It is good to see you again, Ozzy. The nerve! You think you could talk to me after you desert your fellow fiends to lick the boots of these filthy humans? You're not a lord, you're a traitor! Why did you leave us?
So yep, we got some unfinished business with Ozzy. We'll be taking him on this time.
You pesky low-down good-for-nothings? Can't take a hint, eh? Guess I know what I have to do now. Flee!
Oh, look who it is.
You called? Oh, dear me, if it isn't Lord Janus. You must like shame to have come back here. A human-loving traitor like you deserves to be punished like the bad, bad boy you are. Stand back, great Ozzy, and let me take care of these cretins.
Right. I'll, just leave it to you then, Flea.
All right, time for a good hard spanking.
So yep, we got ourselves a rematch with Ozzy as well as the other fiends. This is quite the interesting development here in the story. Getting to see what became of Magus's forces after he was sent back in time by Lavos. definitely a pretty interesting development here. Alright, let's go for an Ice 2, and I'm mainly gonna have Luca and Robbie do dual techs against Flea here. Shouldn't be too hard to take her out. Woo! Look at all the damage we did there! That is beautiful. Get a level up on Janice.
Oh, just you wait. I'll teach you a lesson next time!
We'll be dealing with her pretty soon, don't worry about that. Actually, I want to look at her armor at the moment. So now that we've taken care of the Son of the Sun, don't need to worry too much about having fire-resistant gear. But some other stuff could be nice. Yeah, it's weird that we can't equip the Silver Gemstone at the moment. We'll definitely get it eventually. Yeah, it should be fine. Just thinking about all of our different options. I guess you can keep the ruby armor, since I don't need to worry too much about anything else. Yeah, that could still be good. Alright, let's keep going forward.
Howdy! Arise, my fearsome guardians! Slash them to shreds! No one's taking back the treasure I stole fair and square from Janice's keep! Climb to pieces!
Oh boy, we got some Ogans to deal with, and... Hey, where are they going?
Ah! Ozzy's in a pickle! I'm out of here!
How did this guy manage to get anything done before Janice showed up? Seriously.
Don't you people ever give up? Well, looks like there's only one choice. Slash! You summoned? Take care of this for me, will you, Slash? Normally, I would not deign to cross blades with my former lord, but who am I to question the complex workings of fate? Ready yourselves!
So now we are facing against Slash. And what a battle this is gonna be. So just like before, just hammer away at these guys with everything we've got. We got plenty of battle options. Do not go easy on these guys. Let's go for a Fire 2, and then you two go for a Fire Tackle. Hope you like fireworks, buddy. Bam! It's gonna do so much. Woo! That is beautiful.
You win this time.
Well, at least he accepts his defeat a lot more than Ozzy and Flea did.
Come on, sweethearts!
So we got a guillotine and a treasure chest. I'm not that greedy. We're just gonna go.
Sweethearts, don't you want to open the treasure chest? Probably filled with lots of nice goodies!
Oh, treasure! Ah! Oh, God!
Ozzy's bungled that one! I'm out of here!
And if we check the chest after he leaves, it contains a high ether. I mean, that's a pretty good item, all things considered. I'll take that. So let us press forward.
Not so fast, friends. This time's not gonna be so easy. Aussie Pants!
Fleabussier!
Slasher 2! With these items combined, we're invincible! Get ready to witness true power!
So now we are facing all the fiends together. So this one's gonna be a bit tougher since we got 3 targets to deal with here. And let's look at our different options. So yeah, this time, these guys are able to use a triple text against us. So definitely make sure you got someone who's good at healing here. This is definitely a more formidable battle. Just seeing these guys all combining their skills together. Actually getting to see a bit of why these guys were so formidable here. They actually managed to take out Janus, which, oh boy, that's embarrassing for him. So what I could probably recommend here is try to focus on at least one person in order to try and prevent them from being able to use their triple techs, because those are pretty damn nasty. You can go ahead and cast Protect, and then you go for a Dark Bomb. So probably want to try and focus on just one person, and then we can go about... I don't know, because part of me is thinking these guys could, like, try to counter us with... Ow. This is really nasty. I don't know if these guys are able to counterattack us, but they are certainly able to get a lot of hurt on us. Yeah, that raises defense, not exactly helping us with... We'll just try to damage these guys as best we can. Ow, there's another Delta Force. That's definitely hurting. Robbie, I would certainly like a chance to heal after this. Ow. God, this is a rough one. Their combination attack's just so tough. Oh, we're down to just Robbie. Oh, that's bad. Ow. And she's casting Rainbow Beam, which can blind us. Oof, I have, like, nothing in order to restore a party here. I could try casting Cure Beam on myself, but I think we're finished. Ow. That was rough. Luckily, we can resume from the last room we were in. Hey, buddy. Okay, I'm thinking that we have some items that we have been saving in our inventory that could definitely be useful here, since these guys mainly damage us using magic. So yeah, we should have barrier spheres, which can reduce magic damage. That is probably going to help us out really well in this fight. Alright, let's try this again, you free. Gotta tell you, this is the most awkward 6-way I've ever been in. Alright, very quickly, use barrier spheres. You can only use them on one person at a time, but hopefully this will keep us able to resist their powerful magic attacks. Alright, Megaton Bomb. Now, we're gonna ignore that and go for... just try to strike them with as much damage as we can across the board. So hopefully these are gonna help us out here. So yeah, that reduced the damage they do to us by a lot. We should be able to handle them much better here. So I think we'll have Robbie mainly on healing duty, and then we'll have Luca and Janice doing damage. I feel like that's our best bet for dealing with these guys. God, they attack so much. Oh, come on! Janice is already dead. That's mean. Alright, can you Athenian Water and then Heal Beam? Part of me is starting to think that these guys will counterattack with the dual techs. I mean, so yeah, probably gonna be good to attack them one at a time. I feel like that is the key to this fight. So let's mainly focus on Ozzy for the time being. Just concentrate our damage against one of them, and I believe we should be good. Ow. God, that's rough. Okay, looks like Robbie is blinded, so let's use a Panacea. And alright, we're definitely taking some hits here. I'm gonna use a Lapis, get us some extra health, and we should be good here. Alright, Robbie, cast Heal Beam again, and then concentrate fire on that green bastard. I feel like we got a better rhythm here. As long as you target one person, we shouldn't be bombarded with counters. God, this is still pretty rough, all things considered. Oh, there we go! We won! As long as you take out Ozzy, you should be good here. Luca leveled up and learned Flare. Very nice. Janice leveled up and learned Barrier. And Robbie leveled up.
Impossible!
So, since Slash and Flea were taken out here, does that imply that they die here? I'm not necessarily sure. But we have now managed to learn Luca's final tech, Flare. A powerful fire attack against all enemies. Basically her equivalent of Luminaire. And we learned Barrier for Janice, which increases magic defense. That's definitely going to be pretty good. And your next skill is around that point, so... Okay, so definitely be beneficial to keep you around for a bit. And then Robbie still needs some more. Okay, so Luca, we're gonna switch you out of the party for now. You've done us a very good service here. And how about we bring Wart back into the party? I'm sure he's gonna appreciate seeing the downfall of the fiends. Alright, let's go loot some treasure. We get a speed ring and a clarity cap. Alright, so the speed ring should increase our speed. Yep, we got another one of those. Definitely a good item. And clarity cap will prevent confusion. So that's definitely going to be pretty handy. Only question is who is going to equip this. I don't really need it at the moment, but it's definitely some nice gear. Alright, but now we're taking care of the fiends. It's time to press onward.
Janus, you really have it out for me, don't you? We fought side by side. You said you wanted to create a world for fiends. It was all a lie, wasn't it? You used me! I sought power, nothing more. Surely the howling of those bitter winds does not escape your ear. The end draws nigh. You can't defeat me! What would become of fiend kind? I can't lose! I won't!
Looks like he's formed a barrier once more. Learned Cure Wave Dual Tech.
Gotcha! Adios, amigos!
Really? He just dropped us down here? I mean, that wasn't too bad, all things considered. Alright, so we learned a new dual tech, I believe, with these two. Yeah, I think it was the Cure Wave we got. That should combine their healing abilities very nicely. Okay, very good. And we still don't have any triple attacks on these guys. Alright, Ozzy, let's try this again.
You're wasting your time. You'll never defeat me.
Aw, kitty!
No, not that switch!
Of all the half-witted fools. So with Ozzy taken care of, that's gonna be it for the fiends. We have successfully managed to take care of all of them. Is there anything else around here we can still get? I don't know, it seems like we managed to take care of everything we needed to around here. Well, if I missed anything, I could always come back here in the next session. But yep, that is the end of the Fiend storyline. So Magus has finally put an end to his generals. And the Middle Ages no longer have to worry about fiend kind. Alright, I'm gonna go rest up at an inn, and then we can take care of the next thing I want to do for this sesh. Alright, there's a tavern over here we could... I don't think this is what I'm looking for. Yep, the Poor Inn. It's a good thing nobody here recognizes Janus. I mean, he's only the most evil entity that this realm has ever known, but it's good. We're all fine here. We're all bros. Yeah, it's still gonna be a little bit before we learn some new techs here, but we should be fine, especially considering where we're gonna be going next in our journey here today. So, Wart, so we're bringing you back into the party here. And pretty sure your equipment is good for what we need to do. Alright, so we're going to be running with this team here. And for the next area we are going to visit, we want to head back to the future. As there is something here that we'll definitely want to take care of. So that was the remains of the Sun Temple there. So of course have Death Peak and Balthazar's resting place. And if we head over this way, there was this island over here that we could not access until we got the Wings of Time. If we head over here, we got the Genodome. Got ourselves another facility here. I am familiar with this place. Please, allow me to take the lead. Just gonna have Robbie lead us here. Who enters my sanctum unbidden? My, welcome home, R66Y. Or should I say, Prometheus. And behind you, fleshlings. I have not seen creatures of flesh for many a day. Let me welcome them. Come within. He. So now the exit is blocked off. So you may have noticed throughout our journey, Robbie really hasn't had any plot significance since we returned from the future all the way at the earliest stages of our adventure. That's all gonna change here. Let's see just what capabilities they possess. So here at the Genodome, we'll be facing off against a ton of robots in this area. So naturally, we'll want to do as much as we can against these guys. We have plenty of skills that can damage them, so we should be perfectly fine. But yeah, I'm very glad we got ourselves a chapter here that's gonna put some focus on Robbie, because he's such a great character, and we haven't had a lot of good time to have him in the spotlight of this game. So naturally, I have been trying to include him in a lot of different story beats by having him in the party for a lot of different situations, but we haven't really had a good moment where he was in the spotlight. Very happy that that's about to change here as we deal with these mechanical menaces. So as a bit of a refresher for this chapter of the game, so the various robots that we're able to encounter in the future have all been going haywire and have been attacking humanity for seemingly no reason. However, it seems like we are about to learn just why the robots have been so antagonistic to the humans that survived Lavos' rampage. Because obviously these facilities had to have been created by humans before they fell to ruin. So, what exactly happened? Alright, gotta level up on Robbie, and some more mechs to deal with. I definitely like these areas in games where you're just dealing with a ton of mechanical foes in a facility of some kind. It's definitely a lot of fun scenarios where you encounter that kind of thing, like Star Wars Episode 2 has the droid factory, There's a lot of sections in the first Xenoblade where you're exploring, like, very mechanical areas in order to deal with the Mechon and stuff. It's usually a pretty cool set piece going through these areas and dispatching with these mechanical drones. Alright, hopefully we're at the end here because Robbie is close to... Oh, come on. Alright, I think you're about to go down there. Yup. Don't worry, I have plenty of Athenian water. Here, buddy. Let's get you back up. So I wish there was a restoring item that's basically an Athenian water, but restores you to full health. But unfortunately, I don't believe those are in this game. It's very sad. Hey, stop blasting Robbie! I mean, it is a good thing that I have some gear on him to increase his max HP, because he's been taking so much in this area. I mean, I don't believe my characters are underleveled for this point, but we've definitely been taking a lot over the last couple of battles. Please tell me we're at the end here. Gotta level up on Janice as well as Wart. Finally, we're out of there. Not bad for humans. I'll be looking forward to greeting you. Before we go forward, definitely be nice to heal up. We have plenty of regular potions. Might as well use them. So this facility around here, we definitely got some interesting things to try and find. This doesn't appear to be anything we can do here. Probably at least for the time being, but we'll want to come by a bit later. And of course, we got some more drones to deal with around here. Definitely expect to fight a lot of robots here. So, while we're just taking care of these guys, what is something else that we can talk about? So, I've been having a pretty good day off from work at the moment. So, just earlier, I was looking at a bit of art that I'm quite happy for, as it's relating to a series that I have a lot of love for, specifically The Legend of Zelda. 300 years ago, the Lavos disaster brought drastic and devastating change to this planet. At its current state of decline, humanity is doomed. The disease you call despair already consumes you from within. Wow, geez. Take the waste chute back to the entrance? So that is a path we can take if you want to head back to the entrance. We don't need to worry about that here. Got a save point, so might as well take that. I would love to explore this floor some more. Ooh, we can grab a strength capsule. So I kind of want to look around the lower floor a bit more before we head up. Just because I know this area has a lot going on, so we want to be careful. Alright, let's give the strength capsule to Wart. So this area is going to have a lot for us to see, so it'd be good just to look around and try to get as much as we can. It's an elixir and a lapis. And then, of course, we've triggered the security robots. Version 4.0. So they've definitely been upgrading since the last time we were in these facilities. Yep, definitely been having a good day. Just been trying to work on some art that I've been meaning to get done, and I've also started playing a game that released pretty recently called Fields of Mystria, which is definitely a game that is up my alley, as I've said before, just how much of a fan of games like Stardew Valley I am. Okay, what actually happened over there? So we can open that mechanism, but there's not much we can do over there. So I think that point just to show that there is like an alternate path that we saw that robot take over there, which is pretty interesting. We got this laser we can't get past at the moment. We got these guys we can't do anything with because the path is blocked, so let's try looking around a bit more. So that door we can't do anything with for the time being. If we head over here, we can deal with these guys. But yeah, like I said, I've been playing through Fields of Mystria since that game recently came out, and I am just loving it so much. Like, I'm obviously very much a fan of the cozy farming sim games, which have an emphasis on, like, building up your community as well as your farmstead. I've definitely been enjoying that a lot, so it's been fun getting to go through this game here. It just has a very cool charm to it, with its art style, which is very different compared to Stardew in a lot of ways. We can access information on Genodome via this terminal. What shall I pull up first? Let's try the doors. The energy pods beside locked doors must be charged before such doors will open. Energize first in the pod to your left, and then enter the pod next to the locked door. Anything else? Conveyor belt. The conveyor belt to the right can be reversed by means of the switch located in the room beyond. Sentinels. The sentinels protecting the figurines move to thwart the progress of any who approach. Consequently, allowing two sentinels to face one another will cause both to short-circuit. In the unfortunate event this should occur, please deposit the disabled sentinels in the room upstairs. And then we got figurines. The two figurines on this floor are required for those desiring an audience with Mother Brain. Do not remove them without permission. So that's everything we can get with regards to that. They said if we step into this chamber, we now become energized with energy. And if we step in certain areas, that opens new doors for us. So yep, progressing for this area is going to be quite interesting with the different mechanics that we are able to use here. By charging ourselves with energy and then transferring that to various different sections of the base. This is definitely pretty cool. It's got another locked door over here. So there's a entry point over here that we can't do at the moment. We head up here, we got some enemies over here. We got laser guards. Oh boy. This shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, just blast them with high enough magic and you're good. I'm fairly certain the robots around here have low resistance to magic, so that's a good thing to do around here. I think this is a puzzle where you got to flip the switches in a certain order, and that will open up that compartment. Okay, good. So with that, we should be able to access this figurine. We charge ourselves up, and then go in there. With that, we're able to grab the figurine. Nice. Alright, we still need to get over there. So gotta go charge that door. And then we also have that guy over here to deal with. Just noticed that Janice is already almost out of MP. Dude has been really good at taking care of these enemies around here. Good work, buddy. Get a shield sphere for that. Then we have this guy. So he is going to be blocking our access to that figurine there. So going to need to figure out another way to take care of him. So we did say that one of the sentinels could be stopped if we bring two of them together. So let's go take care of that. Right, that is the door that leads to the upper level. Right. We'll take care of that a bit later. Let's just charge ourselves up and just try to get over to just past the conveyor belt here. I don't know how quickly this charge can run out. Apparently that far. Okay. There might be another area where we can charge ourselves up, but we can't reach it from here. If we can reverse the conveyor belt, then that should be able to allow us to get the charge. So we're gonna have to go to another area for that, I believe. I'm thinking we might want to head higher up in the facility. Now, we're gonna try this once more, and then we're gonna go up. Yeah, as long as the conveyor belt is going this way, we're not gonna be able to get that charge over there. Okay, so I think it's time for us to head to the upper level. If we head up this way, do you not realize, were it not for the existence of you creatures, this planet would be at peace, and yet you struggle and fight. For what? Okay, you are out of MP, so we'll definitely want to heal you up soon. We could backtrack in order to use a shelter at that save point. Oh, these guys have healing abilities. That's not nice. But yeah, I've definitely been enjoying Mystria a lot. Like, earlier today, I managed to get into... I just got to the first days of fall in that game. And one of the things I really like is that all the NPCs have unique clothing that they wear for each season. Which, I obviously get a kick of character designs like that. Just everyone's been pretty fun. Like, I definitely like the community of characters that we've gotten to know recently. Especially some of the characters who are romance options. So, oh boy, there's definitely a lot of them that I'm already starting to really like. Like, Celine is very cute. I especially love Juniper. Oh boy. She definitely has an attractive design to her. Alright, so we got Dark Mist, which is dark damage to all enemies. And then we got Black Hole, which I want to say is probably Janice's most powerful tech. It's definitely going to be up there. Alright, we'll give you some ethers. And then let's press on. There's another elevator here. So this one takes us down. So now we can activate this switch, causing the... Yep, that causes the conveyor belt to move a different way. So that's real good. Hey, could you not self-destruct there, buddy? I'm trying to neutralize you. Nah, there isn't too many of these guys over here, so we should be fine. definitely very good we took that path. So gotta level up on Janice for that. So I'll flip that switch. And now that we got the conveyor belt moving in the opposite direction, we should now be able to bring the charge over so that we can get the things that we need. Ooh, it's all coming together here. Alright. Gotta move quick here. Whew, just made it in time. So now we got this defective drone that we can use. As well as a couple items. Very good. So yep, this guy is going to start following us here. Come on. Come on, buddy. Aw, he's a nice guy. He's not going to attack us. Come on. The AI on this is a little bit iffy, which I guess makes sense given this whole facility, but, you know. We should be good. Just keep following us here, buddy. We gotta take you over to your friend, so you two sentinels can do sentinel things together. So now these two are facing each other, enabling us to go over here and grab not only another figurine, but we also got a vigilance hat. Prevents all status ailments. I am pretty sure that is the best hat you can get in the game. Don't quote me on that, but it seems very likely. Alright, I'm gonna equip the Aeonian helm to you, and I'm getting, like, nothing out of the gemstone here. So I'm gonna give you the sunglasses. See what that's gonna do for us. So now that we have managed to grab both of the figurines that we need, we should be able to progress farther in this facility. Alright, and I'm pretty sure we've taken care of everything we can conceivably do on the ground floor here. Alright, so let's go head back to the elevator and go exploring the higher floors. So I believe the elevator is through here. Yep. Alright, so this path led us to where we need to go to the conveyor belt. Oh boy, we got more of these things. Stop self-destructing! God, we just get out of here. But yeah, going back to Mystria. That's definitely a game I can see myself playing on this channel. Especially sometime soon. I mean, I have some other priorities for games that I want to play, but this definitely is a good reason why I want to dive into Mystria so early on. But I'm probably going to wait until I complete a full year in the game before I seriously consider streaming it. Especially because I have some other plans for what I want to do. And that's sure to be a fun time. Don't worry about that. Alright. At this point, I would highly recommend saving before going any farther over here. Ooh, we got another item. That is a lapis. Very good. So we head over here. Ooh! Welcome home, Prometheus. It's a ladybot. Atropos. Yes, it's been some time, hasn't it? Come and join me. There's no need to pretend you're on their side anymore.
This has been a guise?
Hee hee. Unlike the other R-Series units, Prometheus was given a special task to live with humans and study them as a species.
You speak false!
It's no lie. Tell them, Prometheus. Step aside now, Prometheus. We'll eliminate these humans and go see Mother.
Robbie!
What are you doing, Prometheus? I will not allow you to hurt them. You have been damaged then. They must have tampered with you. I'll destroy them, and then I can fix you. Atropos, you have changed. You are not the robot I knew before. No, I've been upgraded. Mother remade me to eliminate humans more efficiently. Step aside, Prometheus. My name is Robbie. Prometheus! Please, wait. Stand back and leave this to me. Atropos. Prometheus! So we got ourselves a solo battle here with Robbie facing off against Atropos. So I'm gonna start by using a shield sphere here, as this lady here can be pretty nasty. She will have all of the abilities that Robbie possesses, so you want to be sure to take her out as quickly as you can. She's got laser attacks, she can do physical damage, and she is able to self-repair herself. So definitely try to use the strongest attacks you got against her. Heal up whenever you start getting low on health, and you should be good here. But yeah, quite the interesting revelation about Robbie's true function that we got here. So when we first encountered Robbie, he was in a dome that was completely devoid of human life. And Atropos says that his true purpose was to study humans so that they can learn the most efficient way of being able to dispose of them. Whether or not Robbie actually did kill humans is left up to interpretation. But that doesn't matter now. Robbie has chosen to side by us and has chosen to fight against his robotic brethren. So all that matters now is finishing the fight. This robot we're facing here also has some significance to the various endings that you're able to get in this game. As if you defeat Lavos during certain points in the story, you would actually get an ending where you would see a Robbie alongside Atropos. Prometheus, it's been some time, hasn't it? Atropos, I'm damaged? What happened? Atropos, my memory banks. I must have... Yes, when Mother overwrote my old programs, I backed up my memory. I'm sorry, Prometheus. Atropos, I want you to have this. You can plug it into your circuits. Please take care of it. Goodbye, Prometheus. Atropos' ribbon raises Robbie's speed by 3 and magic defense by 10. God, what a moment there. She was able to restore herself to her old self right before the end, after she was reprogrammed by Mother Brain to be nothing more than a killing machine. So the names of these two robots do have a lot of significance to them. Robbie's original name was Prometheus, which is the name of a titan in Greek mythology, who bestowed the gift of fire to humanity, and to pay for his actions, he was chained to a rock and had his liver eaten by an eagle every day, which is reflected in how Robbie chose to forsake his original purpose in order to help humans. And Atropos is named after one of the 3 sisters of fate,
who were figures in Greek mythology who would spin a line of thread that would signify the life of a mortal. So she was bound to the fate of her programming, becoming nothing more than a killing machine to fulfill Mother Brain's desires. We can grab a Mega Elixir over there, which I'm definitely happy for. So that's going to be really useful to us. And we got a magic capsule here. Considering our options, Janice is already really good with magic. I'm going to give that to Robbie, because that will also be good for his healing. And let us press onward. Listen well, flawed and fragile flesh spawn. Lavos' children would one day return to the stars to seek out new planets, new sources of sustenance. When that day comes, this planet will have its chance to heal, so long as there are no humans to interfere. We robots will establish a new world order, a unified nation of steel and pure logic, a utopia, free of sadness and suffering. Evolution has chosen us. We are the seeds of the next generation. Your species is obsolete. Cease your foolish struggle and surrender yourself to the fate of all failed creations. So we got Mother Brain here, exemplifying the classic trope of an AI that's evolved to the point where it now views humans as inferior and seeks to cleanse them so as to make the world better. What will be done to those people? We must aid them! Ugh! I will stop the machines. It is no use. There are multiple layers of protection. Destroying the Mother Brain mainframe is our only hope. So we got the true purpose of the Genodome here. Not only is it a facility that serves as the base of the robot's operations, but it's also where they're taking captive humans in order to execute them. Human goes in, but something came out the end there. Ow. You can see something, but we can't grab it. So yeah. The Genodome, its name is short for Genocide Dome. Mother Brain is completely beyond reason at this point. We have to take her out in order to save humanity. Still got more drones to deal with, but thankfully, we should be at the end of this area. Just a few more blasts should take care of these little guys. And after clearing the way there, we want to put the two figurines on those pedestals, allowing us to go forward. I'm going to quickly save before we go any farther because, trust me, there's a fight on our hands. We want to make sure we're prepared for it. Wow, we're already out of regular potions here. I mean, they served us well. And then we'll use our ethers. I want to hold on to our shelters, so we still got some for later. But it's time to finally take out the brain of this facility. Also, yeah, not the only game released on the SNES, to include an enemy called Mother Brain.
So, you managed to reach me. I am the Mother Brain of this RY series factory. Come, Prometheus. Allow me to restore your logic. I'll reset your circuitry and clear your cache of memories. Then we can dispose of those filthy humans together.
I must apologize. I cannot permit you to do that. My memories are too valuable to be deallocated, and so are my friends.
You would betray me to side with these humans. You would turn against all of Robokind.
Humans have taught me a great deal. Hayden, Misty, Luca, Wart, and Ayla. I want to see the future that they bring about.
Oh ho ho. Oh, don't make me laugh, Prometheus. There is no future for the humans. I'll show you just how little hope you have.
So now we face Mother Brain, the leader of the facility, and the scourge that is destroying humanity in the future. So right away, we're seeing one of the gimmicks of this fight. The monitors are going to recover Mother Brain's HP, so we need to take them out as quickly as we can. Once we neutralize them, we can go after Mother Brain herself. Mother Brain running wild without displays. However, it's probably a good idea to leave at least one of the monitors running, otherwise a Mother Brain will be unleashing some powerful attacks against you. We're gonna go ahead and try the Dark Mist here, see what this is able to do for us. But yeah, she's definitely gonna be doing a lot of hurt to us if we don't take her out quickly. That's why I recommend leaving at least one monitor active, otherwise she is just going to hit you hard. Oh god, our team is confused. That's not good. Could use a heal beam. Yeah, she's also able to confuse you, and that is no bueno. At the very least, if we die, we won't be confused anymore. Yeah, this is looking bad. Okay, we weren't actually confused, and what status did she put on us? Ow. Okay, I'm thinking for next time we are going to try and leave one monitor active. Otherwise, she's just gonna blast us over and over. Okay, team, let's do this again. So yeah, strike at least 2 of the monitors down. Otherwise, Mother Brain is just gonna decimate you. That is what I would recommend here. So, be careful with those group attacks. Don't worry, Mother. We've got a lot we gotta take care of. I'm not skipping your text because I don't care about you. I just have other priorities at the moment. So at this point, we should be good. Okay, let's go for a... If we go for a Dark Bomb on that one, we can strike both it and Mother Brain. Then let's do a Rapid Fire Fist. That should take out that monitor. So now we just got Mother Brain to deal with here. We're gonna leave that last monitor alone. I do not want to just see her getting healed too much. She's got the reprogram skill to worry about, but we should be good. Yep, single target, dual techs are your friend here. Otherwise, Mother Brain is just gonna decimate you. If you're not prepared. As long as we can damage her more than she is able to recover, we should be good. Alright, Bubble Breath. Yeah, I think that should be good. But yeah, I would definitely say that it is very topical here for us to be facing a rogue AI that views humanity as worthless and seeks to replace us, you know? That seems very topical for how things have been going the last couple of years. Let's go for another frog launcher. Stop healing. Part of me does say that it would be a good idea once you get her down a little bit just to go hog wild, but we shouldn't have to worry about that. We're already doing a considerable amount of damage to this thing. Hey, don't confuse my Robbie. Stop that. Alright, let's go for Bubble Breath again. It's very nice we're getting to see Ward and Robbie fighting here, considering we never really get too many opportunities to see this party working. Once we bring a Mother Brain down, it's over. Robbie leveled up and learned Proximity Bomb. Very nice. Us. Why? Obtain Terraton Arm and Crisis Arm. All factory operations have been permanently taken offline. None of the machines here will ever be reactivated.
Robbie.
All right, let us continue. So with that, we have managed to put an end to the rogue machines that were harming humanity. And we got ourselves some new weapons. So the Crisis Arm has very low attack damage. However, it will take the last digit of Robbie's HP and use that in order to calculate how much damage it deals. The Terraton Arm, meanwhile, is just straight up good damage. This thing is basically Robbie's ultimate weapon. So we're definitely going to be giving that to him. But yeah, it was definitely a long time coming, but we have put an end to the mechanical menaces of the future. Humanity will finally have time to recover once Lavos has been dealt with. Though it is a shame what happened to Atropos. She never asked to be a killing machine, and it's likely that under different circumstances, she could have been an ally to us. There's nothing more we need to worry about that. At the very least, we have given humanity another fighting chance here. Just gonna quickly heal up over here at Aristome. And I don't know if anyone around here has anything new to say, but we could try talking to the folks.
Oh, it's you! Look, the seed sprouted!
Yes, it has. So it seems that everyone here is still just gonna be doing more of the same. Well, at the very least, they won't have to worry about the robots anymore. And they also got that plant in order to keep them happy for now. So, with that taken care of, we managed to get a lot that I wanted to get done in this session. Closing up Robbie's storyline, managing to help Janice take care of the remains of his forces. We got some new weapons, some new armor. I feel like now is a pretty good point to stop things here for today. So, thank you for joining me in this leg of the Chrono Trigger playthrough. And next time, we'll be seeing what other tasks we're able to do in order to prepare for our final battle. Until next time, have a good day, and take care.